Now at 6, the city of Carthage has a settlement in its lawsuit with the former city administrator, but admits no wrongdoing. Plus, the city of Joplin offers a unique way to encourage historic preservation. And the Nevada community turns out today to enjoy a good lunch and support a good cause.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A lawsuit claiming retaliation in Carthage is now settled. This is KOIM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The city of Carthage has settled a lawsuit with former city administrator Greg Dagnan. He claims council members and officials retaliated against him for reporting theft within the administration and violations of law. In April of 2024, Carthage City Council voted multiple times to fire Dagnan, but Mayor Dan Reif initially blocked that decision, citing Missouri's Sunshine Law. He said the vote was not listed on the meeting's agenda, as would be required. Dagnan's lawsuit notes several instances in April and on May 10th when the council apparently falsely announced his termination. On May 30th, the mayor allowed the council's decision to stand. Dagnan filed his lawsuit on May 17th before learning he would be let go. In February, a judge issued a partial ruling, and now the city of Carthage has settled the rest of the lawsuit with Dagnan. Specific details of the settlement have not been released. The city's insurance covered most costs, with the city paying a $1,000 deductible and denying any wrongdoing. Authorities in Massachusetts launched an investigation involving a former Cherokee County, Kansas deputy and a juvenile. The Fall River, Massachusetts Police Department contacted the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office last month regarding the investigation. The police department launched that investigation after discovering what appeared to be an inappropriate relationship between Garrett Gayoso of Baxter Springs and a juvenile in Massachusetts. After verifying the information with the assistance of the Kansas Bureau of Investigation, the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office placed Gayoso on administrative leave. The deputy has since resigned. Last week, an arrest warrant was issued for Gayoso for the charge of obscene material. Gayoso's attorney says plans have been made for Gayoso to surrender himself to law enforcement authorities in Massachusetts. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for our first look at the weather.
Well, definitely turned out to be a pretty good day for us today. Again, temperatures pushing 90 during the afternoon. We're only going to drop back near 70 later on tonight. Let's go into your Thursday. Temperatures stay pretty good, but a smidge cooler. I think most of us 81, 82, 83 degrees. We are going to have some showers skirting just to our south. Thunderstorm chances start to increase by Friday morning. 1 or 2 storms most likely will get going. That could be strong to low grade severe in Arkansas, also into Missouri, and then start to shift off toward the east as we go through the morning hours. But right now it looks pretty good. 86 in Joplin, much of the same in Pittsburgh. Look at this, still 91 in Miami. So through the evening, dropping through the 80s into the 70s. We'll talk more about thunderstorm chances here in just a bit.
Catch you then. Baxter Springs Public Schools is alerting parents that a case of whooping cough was diagnosed in an individual associated with the high school. According to a letter sent to parents, the respiratory illness is highly contagious. It spreads through coughing or sneezing. Those considered a close contact should expect a call from the Cherokee County Health Department. Community members in Nevada, Missouri had the chance to get lunch while supporting a good cause today. On My Own is a nonprofit which works to help support those with disabilities so they can remain living independently in their own homes. Today, the organization hosted its 10th annual Disability Awareness Lunch fundraiser, where community members could buy meals and proceeds would go to the nonprofit. The event also allows the community to learn about the organization's mission while helping to raise money to support those in need.
We want to just, once again, kind of remind the community we're here, we're available for any support or services that you might need. And I mean, who doesn't love a barbecue pulled pork plate? So, I mean, hopefully they're enjoying the food as well.
This year, On My Own sold 400 plates for that fundraiser. The organization says they plan to keep the Disability Awareness Lunch an annual tradition. History will meet fun this weekend during a treasure hunt in Joplin. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more on that event.
Paula Callahan is a hairdresser at Paula's Beauty Shop in Joplin. But in her free time, she's a volunteer with Historic Murphyburg Preservation Incorporated.
Joplin has rich, beautiful history. Found this was a boom town, in the 1900s. So there's a lot of history, a lot of stories.
And this Saturday, that organization is kicking off its very first treasure hunt to celebrate Historic Preservation Month and to take participants through Joplin's most iconic locations.
Everybody's going to get a little pink wristband. They're going to get instructions, the rules of the game, and then we'll give the clue at 10 o'clock and everybody spreads off across town.
Participants will solve clues that lead them to historic sites and landmarks across town.
The clues will be in order. You will see a sign like this at each of the locations.
Callahan, who's on the planning committee of the event, says the goal of the hunt is to create a fun way for residents to delve into Joplin's rich history.
Little tidbits of history, and we hope they go in and do more investigating and find out more about them.
Callahan encourages everyone from the community to come along for the adventure.
I hope to see a lot of faces. I hope to see a lot of new faces.
Reporting in Joplin, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Sure sounds like fun. The first person to solve all the clues in the correct order wins a $1,000 prize. How about that? The Cardinals look to continue their winning ways. John Dales has highlights from a doubleheader against Philly. That's coming up later in sports. But up first, we take a look inside a wastewater treatment plant to see how clean water makes its way to your house. Warmer temperatures mean all of us might be drinking or otherwise using a little bit more water. Carthage Water and Electric Company pulled the curtain back on what they say is some of the cleanest water in the state. KOAM's Lonnie Walton takes a closer look at what makes that water so clean.
I spoke to the owner of Lawson's Auto in Carthage. He says due to the weather and the nature of his job, he has to drink a lot of water.
Probably a couple gallons a day.
Jerry Lawson is the owner of Lawson Auto in Carthage. He's one of those workers that spend several hours in the hot sun.
Like 10 to 12 hours a day, cars and trucks, and it's hot right now.
With that said, Lawson doesn't have to worry about going to the grocery store for his water. He can just grab it from the sink. According to Carthage Water and Electric, his town has the best water in the state.
Last year, we were actually named the Water System of the Year for the state of Missouri, by the MRWA. So.
Clifton Kester is the water treatment manager at CWEP. He says,
in my opinion, I say it's the best around. I'm a proud tap drinker, so I support any tap drinker.
These two says there's a lot of work that goes into keeping these waters pure.
Water is pumped through 11 deep water wells located throughout the city of Carthage. They're pumped into the water's pumped into the water treatment plant, and then it's treated here.
This is our filter console. It controls all the valves to allow water in and out and to drain the filter. This is the laboratory where the water is tested 24 hours a day for the highest quality.
I asked Larson how proud he is of the water system in Carthage.
Good. That's definite. I mean, at least you'll stay hydrated.
Reporting in Carthage, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Lonnie did speak with a few others in the community who say they're proud of a community that cares so much about their water system. A little bit later, some kids at Fairview Elementary in Carthage enjoyed a visit from a real-life NFL player who also happens to be from Southwest Missouri.
Plus, it looks like our temperatures stay nice, but also some thunderstorm chances. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a pretty good Wednesday for us today. Warm, almost hot temperatures all the way up into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. And it looks like our temps are going to stay pretty good as we go through the next couple days. We will cool it down just a hair compared to what we saw today, but temperatures still pretty good. Next couple days, we only dip off near 70 later on tonight. We get some clouds in here, kind of hit and miss tomorrow. Can't rule out a random shower or two in our far southern counties, but most of us are going to be dry. High temps 81, 82, 83 degrees by tomorrow afternoon, which is still above normal for this time of the year. Heading into Friday morning, a little bit cooler. We back down near 60 degrees. And mid to late morning, we got to watch for some hit and miss thunderstorms. If anything can develop on top of us, they will have the chance to be low-grade severe. Main threat would be gusty winds and some large hail. So we're going to watch that. Friday morning, some thunderstorms pushing through, and then we should be dry once we get into the afternoon, or at least mainly dry. A couple hit and miss storms in our southeastern counties. High temps again right around 82 degrees as we go into Friday. Friday evening looks good. Friday night looks good. Most of Saturday looks pretty good until we get more thunderstorms back in the forecast. 75 to start, 79 by noon. High temp on your Thursday of 82 degrees. A little breezy. We could have gusts later on tonight, 20 upwards to about 25 or 30 miles per hour. These calm down a bit. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll have kind of a westerly wind at about 15 to 20, but those gusts again, 20 upwards to 30 as we go into Friday. So it is going to be breezy, not really windy, but breezy over the next couple days. Great shot, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We are looking at downtown Joplin. Look at our temps, mid to upper 80s to near 90 once you get out across Kansas and also Oklahoma. Through the evening, slide back. 83 by 8, 79 by 10, and again, we only bottom out near 70 later on tonight. All right, storm system, western parts of the plains, northern parts of the Rockies. This will drag fronts through, giving us a few random storms on Friday morning, but a much bigger system behind it in the Gulf of Alaska, and that's going to give us those greater threats to get some severe weather in here as we get into definitely the weekend. All right, so low threat Friday morning pushes east. On Saturday, main threat for strong to severe storms, mainly to our south. We're kind of on that northern fringe. On Sunday, main threat's going to be to our west. We are on that eastern fringe. On Monday, we're kind of right in the middle of the threat. Tuesday, we're on the western edge of the threat, but a lot to watch as we go through the next several days. So most of Saturday looks pretty good, but some thunderstorms trying to get in here late Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Then most of Sunday looks good until thunderstorms erupt out to our west late in the day. So a lot to watch over the next week or so. 82 on your Thursday, 83 Friday. Let's go 82 on Saturday, 85 on Sunday. So we stay warm, but those hit and miss chances for thunderstorms just about each and every day over the next week.
Sounds like summer and spring battling it out at the moment.
Here we go.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, students at Fairview Elementary School in Carthage get a visit from a pro football player, and the St. Louis Cardinals try to extend their winning streak to double digits. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
The playoffs are here for high school baseball in Kansas, and tonight across the area, our local teams in Class 3A and below play in regional quarterfinals. 3 wins over the next week gives you a trip to the state tournament. One of those playoff contests is taking place right now in Columbus. The 4th-seeded Titans play host to the 5-seed Galena. As we come on the air, Columbus leads 5-zip in the 5th inning. We'll bring you highlights from this game later tonight at 9 and 10. And the playoffs are well underway for our local junior colleges. Fort Scott and Coffeyville both played their first games at the district tournament in Salina yesterday. Greyhounds lost and the Red Ravens won. That means today Fort Scott plays in an elimination game, and that's where its season comes to a close. The Greyhounds fall to Cloud County 7-3. They finished the year with a record of 37-24. Coffeyville is one of just 4 teams to win its first game, so the Red Ravens still have 2 losses left in their arsenal. Tonight, that sets them up with a battle against the 4-seed Cowley. First pitch scheduled for 7. Coffeyville dominated 1-seed Barton 11-2 yesterday. Tigers eked out a 1-run victory over Hutchinson. I'll give you the final score from this one tonight at 9 and 10.
Just like you guys, I was
at Fairview Elementary School in Carthage get a special visit from an NFL player who hails from Southwest Missouri. Webb City High School graduate and 5-year NFL veteran offensive lineman Tristan Colon speaks to 2nd and 3rd graders this morning about the importance of perseverance and staying in school.
Younger generations and talk to them, try to teach them kind of lessons that you teach your own kids at home. Especially, I grew up in a fatherless home, So I know some kids don't always have kind of that father figure in their houses. And so, I try to do my best to try to come around, be around the younger kids, be a shoulder to lean on, ear to listen to, or be a voice for reason for them.
After spending 3 seasons with the Ravens and the last 2 with the Cardinals, Colon is currently a free agent looking for a new team for his 6th season in the NFL. The Cardinals enters today with the longest active winning streak in Major League Baseball. They've won 9 games in a row, and they've got a chance to make that 10, then 11 with a doubleheader against the Phillies today. Game 1 of the doubleheader in Philly. Scoreless tie in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on 3rd. Mason Wynn makes a great diving stop, and he gets the out at first. That saves a run, and we would stay scoreless into the top of the 7th. That's when Jordan Walker knocks this into left field for a base hit. Ivan Herrera sprints towards home and slides in safely ahead of the throw. Cardinals up 1-0. The Phillies would answer right back in the bottom of the inning, though. 2 runners on, and Bryson Stott lines it off the glove of Brendan Donovan at second. That allows the tying run to score. We're still in the bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, and Bryce Harper comes up to the plate. He hits a bloop into shallow center field, and that one is just going to drop in for a hit. That allows the go-ahead run to score. They get the second runner out of the plate. Phillies take a 2-1 lead. Now we go to the top of the 9th. Jordan Romano gets all 3 batters to strike out swinging, and that snaps the Redbirds' winning streak. They fall to the Phillies 2-1 in the first game of the doubleheader. The Royals wrap up a 3-game set with the Astros tonight in Houston. They split the first couple of games. First pitch this evening is scheduled for 7:10. Michael Lorenzen is the expected starting pitcher for KC. Left-handed pitcher Colton Gordon will make his MLB debut as the starter for Houston. Back to that Cardinals game. It seemed like everything had been going well for them for so long, and then it's just a couple of small things. That bloop barely gets down, that line drive just off the glove, and then it ends up being a loss.
So they fall just short of extending their winning streak to double digits, but still, they've been on a roll lately.
They have, yeah.
See if they can stay hot. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Animal activists file a lawsuit to stop the relocation of 2 elephants to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Plus, Missouri Southern dedicates its new baseball clubhouse, and we take a look at the summer cruise season outlook. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. It's beginning to feel a bit more like summer. It's been pretty warm out there, Doug.
Almost near 90 for us today, which is well over 10 degrees above our average high. 82 tomorrow, so coming down just a little bit. Could be a random shower in our southern counties. Few morning thunderstorms Friday, and then a few thunderstorms late Saturday, and then late Sunday as well. But our severe threat increases a bit, so we want to keep our eyes on that over the next several days.
Yeah, we've had a couple of nice weekends in a row. This one may be some rain.
Got it.
Final sports notes.
The NFL schedule release is coming here at the top of the hour at 7. We know that the Chiefs will play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving and the Broncos on Christmas. Beyond that, we'll find out at 7.
Chiefs getting a lot of primetime exposure for sure, and a lot of exclusive coverage where they're the only team, and their opponent, the only team's playing. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. No, it's not. But we'll be right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.